Hi, good afternoon. So, again, Mental Health Awareness Week. So we're back on social media where we should be talking about these things. So let's talk about doing your best, because obviously going back to this whole thing about mental health and social media and the way the world is now, we get more information than ever. So that means we get more information to compare ourselves to, so compare our situation to other people. And that's just the way of the world, and that's the way it is. So I was talking about this the other day in terms of comparisons. What you got to remember, though, is that as human beings, we're quite complex creatures. So you've got a set of beliefs, a set of all these things about you that form who you are, and you act based on those beliefs and your abilities and all these things. So basically, what this boils down to is you act based on the information you have available. So if you don't have the right information, then you can't act any differently. So, or scrub information and use the word resources, which is exactly the same thing. You've either got information or resources. If you haven't got either of those, then you can't achieve a certain thing, okay? So the only failure for me really is not doing your best. So when somebody says, oh, I didn't, they turned up to a fitness session, for example, and they think, oh, well, I failed. If you turned up, then for me, you're doing your best. Because the problem is when people choose not to do things, actually make a choice, but then complain about the results of their life when they're making actual choices, because there are loads of things that are outside your control. But when it comes to, say, for example, my field of expertise, fitness, if you are turning up to the gym and you're doing 20 minutes on the stationary bike like I did back in 2005 when I started, that was the best I could do at the time. But guess what? With time, I got better. I didn't get into this mold of, well, I'm not doing an hour or I'm not going fast or whatever. It was just about doing my best. So mental health for me, a lot of it is about being able to process and understand emotions and thoughts that we have. And again, we're talking low level here. We're not talking if you need, professional help. So what I would say is that's the only question you need to ask. Am I doing my best? Am I doing my best based on my ability? And that's it. If you're choosing not to do things, then you have to take responsibility for that if you're choosing not to do things. So if you're choosing not to go to a gym, but then complaining that you're not getting any results, well, you're choosing not to go. And what you've got to remember is the imperfect plan executed is better than the perfect plan not executed. That makes sense. So give yourself a break and do your best, and look at the areas, particularly in my world, in fitness, which obviously has a massive impact on your mental health and wellness and being healthy. Are you doing your best? Are you turning up where you should be turning up? Are you going to bed early or are you staying up staring at a phone and then complaining that you're tired? Are you buying the right foods into your home? Are you doing your best? And if you're doing your best, you'll make progress. If you're not, then you need to make a decision there on whether or not you accept where you are based on your decisions or you change them. And none of this stuff's easy, but it is simple. But you got to give yourself a break, because you're only acting on the information you've got if you are doing your best. If you're not, that's when you need to sort of fez up and start doing it. So I'm going to talk a little bit about this at my free weight loss event on the 5th of June, which is called How to Improve Your Relationship with Food and Never Go on a Diet Again, because obviously a lot of sort of stress and anxiety is caused by food decisions and attitude towards food. So I'm going to be covering off some things in that session, which is a free session. If you want to grab a ticket, they're going fast. We've only got 20 spaces available. You can apply above or below, depending on where you're watching this. Totally free to attend. 5th of June in Harborne, 7 p.m. If you're going to come, make sure get your ticket now. Or if you know anybody that you think this would be beneficial for, please share this video, like this video, drop a comment in below with any thoughts you have, and it will help sort of raise the profile of it, and we can see if we can get some people along and help them to improve their relationship with food, which as well will help them to improve their relationship with themselves, which ultimately is the key to mental health. So there you go. So yeah, if not, that's fine. Hopefully what I've said today is valuable. Have a good day.